Sup YouTube Vision Gaming Network, and welcome to episode 5 of Mario in Java programming tutorial. Last episode we actually created our JFrame or window, which will be used for the screen of our game. If it just hurries up and opens itself. There we go. So you see we created a frame, we were setting sizes. But now we're going to create a game loop, and what a game loop is, well, essentially, we want to keep the game running. Let's see, because Java, it executes its code from up to down, and when it's finished, then when it's executed, all that code is, when Java has finished executing all this code, then it quits, and we don't want it to quit. We want the game to keep going, and that's what a game loop is. Now, to create a game loop, we need threads, and pretty much what a thread is well, let's say any of your tasks. If you go into Windows Tasks Manager, I own a Mac, but if you go into Windows Task Manager, you'll see all these processes. And what runs these processes is threads, and that's what we're going to use to run a game loop. But the thread that we're going to be creating in this code, you can sort of think as a sub-processor. Hopefully you understand that. So what we want to do is want to type private thread. What we're doing here is we're creating a private object, so it's only visible to this class. No other classes can see it. It's opposite to public, if that wasn't obvious enough. So we're creating a private thread object called thread. But right now we haven't actually started the thread. We're not doing anything with the thread. It's just like sitting there. Like let's say our JFrame here, like it's there, but it's pretty much dead because it's not even doing anything. And that's what's with the thread right now. And realize that I haven't actually created the thread yet, unlike game and JFrame. Yeah, and we're allowed to do that. So we want initialize variables here, and yeah, we sort of create them, but not fully create them yet. And I'm just going to type public synchronized void start. You guys should know what a void is. So pretty much what synchronized means is that we're gonna create a thread here, or sort of make it into an object and start it here. So what synchronized does is it pretty much protects the thread from any other thread interferences and memory errors, which is very important. So in here, also we want to create public synchronized void stop. And what will that do is this code will run whenever we stop our game. And also we want to create a private boolean running is equal to false. Yeah, and running is of course running will be activated when we start, and running, if running is true, it pretty much starts our game loop. And what we actually want to do here is, after public class game extends canvas, we want to type implements runnable. Now, and that allows us for our thread to work. Because let's say, let me just get rid of runnable. Let's say if I create my thread here, thread equals thread, then we're going to actually get an error because we need to implement runnable for that to happen. And you might be thinking, what type of object is runnable? Let me type implements runnable. Now, runnable, it's known as an interface. I haven't really worked with interfaces in a long time, so you can look that up, but yeah, it's an interface. And we actually get an error on our game because with a lot of interfaces, we actually need to import methods for it to work. Like, let's say with Canvas and JFrame and all that, we actually had to import it because there were different classes built into Java. But with interfaces, you have to implement a method. So, if you hover over it, it should say add unimplemented methods. We click it, and it'll give us run. And pretty much what all this means, auto-generated method sub and override, it doesn't really mean anything. They're called comments. How to create a comment is that you do // and that's your comment. And that doesn't affect anything. Like, you can put your comment there. Pretty much the Java compiler will just ignore it, so it won't even execute it. Yeah, this just lets us know that sorry. This just lets us know that it's been automatically generated and it's been overwritten. Alright, we can do this, I believe. Okay, I think we can do this. No. Well, anyway, if you'd want to do multiple lines, you do this and star, then yeah, you can do as much lines as you want. So that's comments. I'm actually gonna move it up here. Alright, so that's going to be our thing for now. And by the way, we need to actually call our method. Now, you might be thinking, what is calling a method? So every method, like every void Boolean method instead of constructors, this is a method, but this is a constructor, not like a normal method. So to call methods, we actually have to type start, and that will actually call our method whenever we type it. But you might be thinking, hey, we didn't call main. That's because sort of main is built in, as I explained last episode. Java automatically looks for the main, so you do not have to call it, but we need to call start. So we're just going to type game.start. And just to test that everything is working, I'm going to print out something in the console. How to print out something in the console is, I don't know if I explained this, but go system.out.println. I won't go into too much detail because this is pretty much the first thing you learn if you learn Java. It's the first thing I learned. So I just typed random, and it should come up in the console here. Come on. You gonna work? It's not working. There we go. Yeah, it just took a while to load because it's kind of laggy. I'm on a laptop and I'm recording. So that's going to be it for now. Next episode, we're actually going to create our game loop. Like, we're going to start it up, and yeah, it'll be cool. Then after we create our game loop, we can pretty much get into, like, I don't know, displaying images, like buffering, graphics, and like slowly creating our level into, like, I don't know, but as soon as we create our game loop, we pretty much, basically, we branch onto a whole lot of things. So, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any problems, feel free to comment them, and I'll help you as best I can. Also, if you're having help, send me the code that you're having trouble with. Then, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.